Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Militado ML08. Let's start off the wrist check. I'm wearing this Diadem 2115, and Greg was wearing my Welly Merc 166M, and Welly Merc told me that they're changing their name to WM Watch. Greg said that the Tusken Raiders were ambushing convoys heading to Mos Eisley by hiding in big piles of sand. So Princess Leia told Han Solo to send Wedge to the sand trap. Han said he usually just uses his 9-iron. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. These Militados, most of them come in this container, but some of them come in a different one. And here's the warranty card. And see the Militado name and logo? You're not going to see it on the watch. Not usually anyway. And you're not going to see it on this one. But here it is. And of course, it's 10 till 10. So here, let me show you the hands. There we go. Now that's better. But here it is. It's a really nice looking watch. This is the 5th Militado on my channel. Militado gave me a 50% discount for this watch in exchange for a review, so I will mark the sponsored item box. Someone mentioned in previous comments that Militado is Spanish for military. That isn't quite correct. It is a past participle of military, and thus really means fought with military, and so close enough. So I'll quit giving it a hard time for the name. This is an homage to Hamilton Field Khaki, and if you choose the vintage black as I did, you get an homage to a Hamilton Murph, which was based on a watch that was the character Murph wore in the movie Interstellar. The movie is way too complicated to explain in this brief montage. The Hamilton Murph wasn't exactly flowing with originality, as it is basically a field khaki with cathedral hands and Panerai style curvy font. The Murph doesn't have the inner military time of the other colorways. If you don't want a Murph, there are 3 other colorways. You can get black, blue, or green, each with a matching double pass strap. These colorways have simpler hands, the 24-hour inner markers, and seem a bit more plain. Personally, I would stick with the Murph. The watch is 36.5 millimeters if you measure at the bezel, but 38 millimeters if you measure at the case. It's 43.5 millimeters lug to lug. It's 10.6 millimeters thick if you include the double dome crystal. And it's 13.1 millimeters if you count the double pass strap. Has a 20 millimeter lug width. And of course, this is a double pass strap, so there is no taper. And it weighs 57 grams on the supplied double pass canvas strap. The bezel is polished, where everything else is brushed, so that adds a little bit of contrast there. Kind of a nice effect. And then we have the dial. The dial is a flat black. And then we have the chapter ring, which has all the minute and sub-minute markers and the minute counters. And once again, this is the same design as the Hamilton khaki Murph. And then we have the indices, and they're all curvy numbers. And it's kind of a Panerai style. I don't know what the official font is. And then we have this symbol up here. I wouldn't call it the Militado logo. This is more of this is the government issue symbol that they use in England for their watches. So all the World War II watches, the Dirty Dozen, if they were from England, they had these marks. Then we have the hands. We have cathedral hands. And then we have a very thin second hand, and the second hand doesn't have any lume or anything. And this is a Seiko VH31, so it ticks 4 times a second, so you don't have to worry about it missing the marks. Then we have a unsigned, polished screw-down crown. The thread action is just great. You don't feel a lot of resistance. Then when you go to screw it back down, it catches right away, and it doesn't feel like you're going to strip it or anything. So that's always nice. And then we have the crystal. The crystal is a double dome AR coated sapphire crystal. So look at that. See, there's no distortion. That's because it's double domed. If it was single domed, you see distortion. So that's nice. You usually don't see a double dome crystal on watches in this price range. So really happy with the crystal, and there's not a ton of reflection, so the AR coating's good. And then we have the case, and the case is just about perfect for a watch of this size. It's nicely brushed, really good finish work, and the lugs slope down, and so it wears nice and flat on the wrist. So I like the case. And then we have the case back. The case back, oop, I forgot to take the plastic off. Oh, wow, you're going to get like an unboxing and a review. As you can see, the case back is plain, unadorned, and it's a screw down, but it's nice and it's nicely brushed, circularly brushed, so it looks good. And it's nice and thin, so it doesn't add hardly any thickness to the watch, so that's good. So yeah, there's no writing on it, but so what? You have a double pass, so you wouldn't see the writing anyway. Then underneath the case back is the Seiko Group VH31 movement. This is a quartz movement that ticks 4 times a second. Some people mistakenly call this a mecha quartz, but no, it's not mechanical. It's just a quartz watch that ticks fast. Where like a VK63, that's a quartz watch that has a mechanical chronograph that's battery powered. But no, this is quartz. There's a quartz crystal time and everything. And the only drawback I see is it doesn't have a date. Now, granted, they wanted to put a date on this one anyway because of the design, but some of them that use it, I really miss a date on it. But other than that, it's a really good movement. And so since it's quartz, we don't have to worry about putting it on the time grapher. Then we have the strap. The strap is double pass. I can't call it a NATO because NATO is trademarked now by a trademark troll. I don't know how that works. But obviously, he is not part of NATO and doesn't own NATO. So I don't know how that was ever allowed. But it's a double pass. And poor Mark Frankel got sued by this guy for calling his straps NATO straps. But this is a double pass. And it's really nice though. Really, really high quality canvas. And the notches aren't all frayed. The hardware is decent. I mean, it's not anything special, but it's brushed, and so it matches the case. But yeah, I really like the looks of it, and I like this stripe down the middle. It really matches the indices on the watch. Here's the watch and my 7.5-inch wrist. That looks nice. That wears really nice. And even though it's on a double pass, it's so thin that it really doesn't look chunky. And there's plenty of notches left, so the strap is plenty long. So you'll be able to wear this no matter what size your wrist is. Really good strap. And here's the watch on the same strap, but with the double pass folded over, so you're only wearing it single pass. And so that's a little bit thinner that way. So on this watch, it really doesn't matter, but on some watches where the double pass makes it too chunky, I'll wear a watch this way, so it's not so thick. Here's the watch on my Vario camouflage double pass strap. I think that looks nice too. Once again, it's such a thin watch. Even putting it on a double pass doesn't make it look chunky at all. And here's the watch on a Pagani Design Bond double pass. I have a million of these straps because I get so many of these as a bonus with Pagani Design watches. And here's the watch on my Vario Italian leather strap. That looks really good too. This watch is going to look good on a whole bunch of different straps. And in case you want to mix things up, here it is on a very lightly tanned leather strap. Here we're in the lume room. A good field watch should have good lume, and just wearing the watch, I could tell that this test will be very revealing. As we speed up the time, we see a nice glow. Militado says C3, but that looks more like BGW9 to me. Everything is looking very good, and it's fairly even with maybe the cathedral hour hand just a little behind the markers. But still good lume, but not excellent. It could use a little bit more longevity, but still solid good lume. What I like about this watch? Well, I like the design. It's really simple and elegant, and they really nailed the look of the Murph. I really like this nice double pass strap. They did a really good job with it. I like the double dome sapphire crystal. There's no distortion and good air coating. And I think they did a good job with the lume, if not exactly excellent. What are my gripes and groans? It's a little small for my liking. I wish it was 40. And it would have been nice if there were some drilled lugs. That way, if you want to take the spring bars out to put some other straps on it, you can do it a little bit easier. You don't have to scratch it up with the tool. Other than that, there's really nothing to complain about. Do I recommend this watch? Yes, I recommend this watch. This watch is great. If you're looking for a nice field watch that looks like a Murph, or if you like the other colorways, I don't think you can go wrong with this. I really enjoyed wearing it. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Militado ML08, and I will be back with an unboxing. I got an alert today, or an email today, saying something coming from AliExpress. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel, and if you like this watch, I'm going to leave 2 links. One link is to the Militado website, because they're the ones that reached out to me and gave me the 50% discount on this watch. And then I'll leave you an AliExpress link too, in case you have issues ordering from Militado or want to use AliExpress instead. Because eventually Militado gets paid regardless if you buy it from them directly or if you buy it through one of their AliExpress stores. Bye.